let's get, okay, my audio is here. I thought my audio wasn't working. That is my bad. Thank you for waiting with me. Hello, hello. I see my mic is not working. I know my video is off. Let me hopefully fix that real quick. Okay, here we go, here we go, here we go. So everything should be fixed now. My apologies. My apologies. All right. Well, let's make sure Sim's audio is working, which is great. Normally, I like pay attention to all this stuff, but apparently today it slipped my mind. We are here with our beautiful family. Everyone is asleep, so I'm going to put it on double speed for a minute. And yeah, anyways, my name is Grace. Welcome to Plumbob Cubed. I'm very excited to be streaming for you today. My apologies for not having the audio and everything set up to go. That's my bad. However, we are on Nothing is Free, episode 4. As you can see, our family has expanded quite a bit. We have 2 almost elders here who have had 2 babies. Barbara and Arnett, along with 2 adult, like 1 young adult couple here, Nakisha and Mitchell, who are together, and our actual founder, who has nobody, Dietrich. So yeah, she is aging up in 4 days to adult because we're on the normal lifespan, which is fast. But hopefully we're gonna get everything in there. So let's wake up the baby's parents and have them take care of their children. I know what they need to do, guys. Don't worry. So yeah, and also knowing it, probably Arnett is going to start crying too. Barbara and Arnett are twins, essentially. Because we basically did instant baby because we tried to have them woohoo, stuff didn't work out. We tried to do like the set pregnancy thing, and that didn't work out either. So it's just like, you know what? We're just gonna head and do the instant baby because we had like the pregnancy jingle like twice. And so like, okay, obviously the pregnancy just isn't working out today, but they're trying. I mean, it's kind of sounding off. So one would think. Therefore, I just went ahead and did the instant babies for our little couple, Graciela and Angelica. They are married, very excitingly. Let's be excited for them, right? Also, last episode, we built our little commune here. So now we have some indoors. Let's go. It's very exciting. And that is quite good for everyone, right? It is an unfortunate fact. Oh, there was a problem with OBS Studio. Okay, we seem to be back. I'm so sorry for any misconnections. I don't know exactly what is going on today. I've had a weekend. I've had quite a weekend. And that is its own story. But basically, Friday night, I didn't really sleep well. I had like a nightmare. And I can't even recall it that well, but like I was so scared when I woke up that like I couldn't get out of bed. So I just pretended to work really on Friday because I was like terrified and I couldn't really get out of bed. Because I can work virtually. Fortunately. And so I basically like didn't get out of bed until really late to like get on the phone and talk to my friend. And after that, I went ahead and girls, don't put the baby back away. You need to feed him first. before going ahead and like talking to him, and at that point I was like, I slept all day, why not just stay up? And so I played The Sims. I played my personal family that I've been playing for like 5 years. It was a lot of fun. They just had a death of the second generation is like fully dead now. I'm playing it on and on, not consistently, as you can tell. And so that was, they were experiencing some sadness about that. And so they went over that. We accomplished our horse's wish. Our horse is very ambitious about like winning championships and like races and stuff. It's like very congrats to our ambitious horse. And also our oldest son actually found a partner that he's like compatible with, a 10 out of 10 attraction. So I'm very happy about that for him. Our two other kids, they're both in ambitions professions of ghost hunter and stylist. So they did a lot of work going ahead and improving their like performance in their job. So congrats to them. So it was a lot of fun to play those Sims, and that's what I did like Friday for a couple hours. The game crashed an indecent amount during that play. It crashed 2 times. Such an indecent amount. So I hope that everything will be okay here. And Dietrich is awake. I'm gonna save to get our day started. Right? Normally I try to come in at this, but I was chatting to my friend. I'm so sorry. That's why I wasn't paying attention apparently. But Dietrich, who is our youngest, is up. What are her needs? Her hunger, she could definitely eat. So actually, we have a pretty big family. I would like her to serve some breakfast and get that going. And then she can take care of her bathroom needs. And ideally she's gonna go collecting today to get us some more money. I believe we did send off all our collectibles yesterday, but we didn't sell our fruits and veggies, so we do need to do that today. That is going to be important. And then we also have the Woman's World book that someone wrote. And I see Mitchell is up. That's great. I'm gonna have him take care of his bathroom needs first, and then he can go ahead and actually he wants to go fishing before 6 a.m. That's one of his wishes. So let's have him hop and skip over to the fishing spot that I know where it is. This is the fishing spot. And he's gonna go fishing real quick. That will be great. Does anyone else want to go fishing before 6 a.m.? Not that I can see. Okay. It's important to try to get those wishes done. Right. Oh, we don't want to sell our seeds because the known seeds it looks like we can sell for money. Can we? I'm very confused. I don't know. And Nikisha now is up. She is going to check on our crying babes who both need a diaper change. So we'll have her do that for them. Excuse me. And then we'll have her do the bathroom stuff instead. Because she seems to need that. And then we'll go ahead and have her have breakfast. Right? Yeah, it seems like the known seeds we can sell. Like we could sell this apple seed for money. So that is cool to know. Oh, the flame fruit has like fire coming off of it. Isn't that so cool? I love it. But I am hoping to do multiple. I'm hoping to actually switch up how we normally do our games this episode a little bit, believe it or not. Because part of the reason that I did choose a nothing is free challenge is that we could also do like some live building and everything. So I think that we are probably going to go ahead and have enough money that we could possibly move one of our couples out. Probably Graciela, Angelica, and their babes. And I think that would be very great, right? I'm gonna sell all these seeds except the apple seed because we can plant the apple seed. It would be nice to have some more apples, making sure our apple lineage does not die out, you know? And Mitchell has improved his fishing to level 2, which is fabulous. I see that Graciela is up, which is great. We can sell her harvestables Tambi. Also, don't know why I randomly wanted to go for Tambien there. I am, according to my county, also by literate. Not necessarily bilingual, but by literate in Spanish. I have a seal and everything. So, yeah. And I see that we have some reward certificates. I believe they are for the right person, but it would be nice to sell them to get the money that we need. The argument that I can think of is to keep Dietrich's because we're probably going to do like a crypt kind of situation for the Meadows family and make it all like extra and stuff, you know? That's the argument that I can think of, right? Miss Graciela, I'm gonna come over here and have her grab a plate. Then before taking care of her needs, I'm going to have her start on her garden. And then Dietrich's gonna plant that apple. Then I think she's going to use the restroom and stuff. It looks like she does want to do possibly a little fishing with the catching a great fish wish. So we can definitely do that before, and we'll also collect it. We can do it at the same time. And we broke the toilet. Fortunately, we do have Angelica, who has a very high handiness skill. Though technically, Miss Nikisha wants to learn handiness, so she could also work on unclogging it. Let's have her try to unclog it first. Let's have her try to do it first. And Mr. Mitchell actually does want to learn the gardening skill, so we can also have him work on it. And I see a money tree seed right here. Do you just spawn them? I didn't know that you did that. Okay, we'll have Dietrich go ahead and plant this money tree seed. And that will be great. Well, Mitchell, he has some hunger, so I'm thinking that he's gonna come in, grab a plate, and then it would be great for him to tend to the garden. And I know that Dietrich wants to become friends. So Angelica wants to become friends with Dietrich, and Dietrich wants to become friends with Angelica. So I'm thinking that they can both work on that. Keisha got her handiness skill up, which is great because she wanted to do that. Which means now the bathroom is usable for everyone. So I'm going to get her out of there. So that means we can have Dietrich work on her needs. And then she can clean the shower and everything, right? Excuse me. I'm gonna have Miss Angelica make everyone's bed. I think that will be very helpful because she hates the outdoors, so she is mainly our painter. Right, whenever she goes outdoors for the second, at least on her home lot. At least like moving between these doesn't seem too bad, which is good. And
Hardu, Gansawi.
that means I believe we can put away our pancakes, which will be good. And our babes will be actually I'm gonna put on testing sheets enabled true real quick. And I'm gonna make Barbara one day. Can I make Barbara one day younger than Arnett? Because I want him to be ahead of her in the thing. Basic. Age. So I can just go -1. That just is Arnett on top because I want AB. I do kind of like that situation. That is important to me. Okay. And Arnett, he's gonna take care of the garden. Griselda has harvested enough fruits and vegetables to complete the botanical boss skill challenge, which is great for her. Nikisha, once she is done with her needs, she's basically done. She can go fishing, I believe. Do I see the fish up here? I do see the fish up here. So I'm gonna have her do that. Once Dietrich is done with, well, Angelica is done with the shower and everything. So how are these babies? These babies are looking good. She's gonna start on her painting. Well, oh, Dietrich did just finish her shower. Never mind. Don't. We're going to have them talk. So they can go ahead and try to get their friendship up. I think that will be very helpful. Very exciting. Right. Because they are currently distant friends. So we want to get that up higher. And we want to just talk with her. I don't see a regular chat. But that, just talking regularly did accomplish that, which is good. And they are back to friends. Let's do a little bit more socialization so they can just have some cushion. I think that will be helpful. And then Angelica's having her plagued by nature. But we'll have them quit talking. Angelica can go inside, and Dietrich, we're safe right now because we've done our morning routines. It's good to have that all set up. But then I think before we send Dietrich out, I want to make sure that everyone is planned for. So, for example, Graciela, once she is done with the garden, she needs to use the restroom and shower. And then I want her to continue writing her book. Well, she can actually start a new book. Is there any book genre she specifically want to write? Not that I can see. So let's do a drama novel because I believe those pay well. And then Mitchell, he's also gonna be helping out with that. But I need him to be able to do something else while Graciela gets ready. So we're gonna have him fish, and then he can use the restroom and everything, and then he can like fish again, you know. And Graciela, once she finishes her book, can make some floral arrangements. I'd actually argue that instead of fishing, we should have Mitchell dabble, so we can have someone else also doing flower arrangements. I think that would be helpful. So, now that everyone is set, it's time for Miss Dietrich to go collecting. Woohoo. Okay. I'm trying to think, where do I want to start, right? Because my first thing is that we know this river, if we go up it, there will probably be some collectibles, right? I don't see any. Interesting. I'm thinking we probably go to the right of our lot. Because I feel like we haven't been in that direction for, a minute. So I'm feeling like there might be more possibilities over there. But I see seeds. I ideally want... we ideally want like collectibles. That's what we actually like need, is like hard goods that we can sell. And we seem to be able to sell our like known seeds, and like that's still not good enough for me. Oh, I found a collectible. I found a collectible. We got some metal. That is good. Let's just browse and see what else we can find. I'm also paying attention to seeing that Dietrich... I canceled Angelica's painting because Dietrich had more socializations to do with her. So then we'll have to go back to Angelica and be like, hey, yeah, we need you to paint. It's very important that you do your painting. Because that also gives us a very decent amount of money, which we appreciate, right? And I think it's fine having everyone work towards like money together, because we are using that money to move out to these Sims, right? And so I believe fundamentally in my heart of hearts that it is actually okay. Yeah. And I do need to remember to go up these hills, because hills do seem to have a decent amount of collectibles on them, which is nice to know. Angelica Rever, then having an inappropriate forum post, we're going to go ahead and have you work on your painting, girly pop. And right now, our household is running like a well-ordered machine. Nakisha also wants to learn how to garden, so we will save that wish, so we can add her possibly to the helping out with the garden, which will be very good. Having 3 people in the garden might be a little excessive though, and I am worried about. Oh, and our new males person is Aaron Farnsworth. Interesting. We do not know any other gay people that I'm aware of. She can possibly be set up with Glenn Fitzpatrick if he is straight and we are not attracted to him. But I do think it would be interesting to have, like, Spring Rosario in our neighborhood. You know? So, we'll see. We'll see. And actually, it seems like, Mitchell is done with his gardening before Graciela, so we're gonna have him take care of his needs. And then he can go fishing. I think that will work out for us. Oh, what's up? Graciela says that she's done. Don't you need to... These plants don't need to be tended to? Okay, maybe I'm wrong. She can get the mail then. Because I want to see what mails we have. Angelica's approved her paintings to the level 6. Dietrich has finished her collecting, unfortunately. I'm gonna just fix up everyone's order because I did mess it up. I know, how dare I? And then it's time to go looking for more of our collectibles. Have we been down on this side? I'm not sure. Let's see. We see a beach. And we see some gems, which is great. So let's, excuse me, send our self-collecting over here. Then I do see that we are basically right near a fishing spot. So I'm also thinking that we can send her fishing so we can get Dietrich's fun up. Right? I think that will be very good for us. Are there any gems on this island? We're not able to access the island, so no. Very good to know. Coming back to our regular lot, Graciela has improved her flower arranging skill to level 5, which is incredible. Right. And then it looks like Angelica is going to finish up with her painting soon. She has just completed painting value for 124. So I'm gonna have us sell it. And then I was actually agreeing with her of thinking about taking care of the babes. I think that would actually be very helpful. Because they have kind of low hunger and also hunger and social. So I was thinking that we can definitely take care of them in that way. Right? Or she, it looks like, also did not use the restroom. Which is my bad. It looks like Graciela has a minute though before she will be ready to, since she has her whole flower arrangement to make. So I'm gonna try to fit Angelica in there during that time. And even if not, I'd argue that we can just have them switch and do like shower first and then toilet, because they are technically like a married couple and everything. You know? Mitchell has improved his fishing skill to level 3, which is great. We are very impressed at them for doing all their hard work. There is also a point to be argued that we could possibly have our fishermen go farther away. I just haven't really invested in that because I do like having them like close to the lot. Just be able to take care of their needs or to take care of the babes or anything. You know? Be able to like run back and forth. Now I'm trying, ideally I would like to set a budget for our Sims houses. Right? Because we don't want them to be too expensive that that they're not like starter homes, right? But I also do have a difficulty building starter homes, unfortunately. So I'm basically trying to think about like what is a realistic budget, because also our Sims here will be moving in with like families. Also, we have our drama novel. I'm gonna call it Casa Nova, because we have Mitchell, who is our possible Casa Nova here. And we are gonna have him and Nikisha get romantic tonight again, because we want to try to get her pregnant with his baby. Right? Also, who has watermelon? We only have one watermelon of perfect quality. And we are going to need Graciela to go ahead and plant it in our beautiful garden, because we also need to get rid of our dead plants. Which, taking of dead plants doesn't boost the gardening skill, but I'm gonna have Nikisha do it anyways, because that will be helpful to just get it dealt with. And while she's here, she can also read the newspaper before she goes back to fishing. Right? Dietrich, I want to max out her fun before we get her collecting again. Just because I think that will be the most efficient thing that we can do. Since we want her to, you know, be happy, right? That's very important. Otherwise, she cannot be a founder or anything. Actually, another great point is that we could also have her invite out Len Fitzpatrick and see if we're romantic with him. I'm actually going to do that instead, because I think that is a more pressing thing to possibly get our founder a man that she is interested in, so we can have some reproduction, right? We need to have multiple kids to be able to accommodate all their sexualities and everything. So the thing with inviting out is technically all of our lots we're able to go to. There's just nothing on them. I think our best option is a beach. Since beaches, we can go swimming. And that is fun. But that way we can go ahead and get our, hopefully get our socialization up. We already have socialization 5, but we can also go fishing while we're here. But hopefully we will be attracted to him, so we can go ahead and ideally have some children. I know he's probably at the lot, which is my favorite thing. that he's just like so fast. And I am going to watch to make sure that he stays there. You know, that is important to me. We're gonna get there. Don't worry, Glenn. Don't worry. Just have patience. Just have patience. Also, I don't know why my screen is like glowing. Is it my screen? My screen does appear, because at night it gets relatively dark, it is glowing quite a bit. So I'm very sorry for that. So we're gonna talk to Glenn. And then we're gonna get to know him, right? Asks about his age, his career, because he's definitely not a handyman. His gender preference, his sign, if he's single, all of these classic things. We do want to befriend him, which is good. And then we can also, you know, consider his attractiveness. That would be very helpful. Oh, we are so cute. Teacher is so cute. Okay. Sorry, I got distracted. And an ideal would also be Angelica is getting, she wants to improve her painting skill. If she could get her painting skill to, I believe it's level 7 or 8, that she is able to do portraits, because I would love if we could get a portrait of all our founders at their young adult stage. Or like all of our, the Meadows family at our young adult stage. Right? But also like adults, I guess, would also be fine. Right? Don't gotta worry too much about it. Glenn is a Virgo. We have a compatible sign with him. And we don't know any of his traits, because he's a repair technician. He is single too. Is there a possibility that Dietrich might be interested in him? We will see. I'm excited to find out. Consider his attractiveness right now. And hopefully he will have something impressive to say. Okay, we find him a 1 out of 10. We don't find him at all attractive. Okay. That is fine. We quite possibly might have to accept someone that we do not find as attractive to be our partner at some point. Just that means we can like have children, right? That is something that we should possibly consider as a possible need. But we're not there yet. We still have all of our adult lifespan, right? So we just need to work on that. Sorry, I was checking the water to see if we could do like a swim together interaction. But, yeah. It is frustrating that we're not like attracted to him, but I understand that it happens. I also see that we have a babe with a stinky diaper. So we can have Miss Angelica stop real quick and take care of Barbara's diaper. And then probably Arnett is going to have a stinky diaper too soon. But he is asleep. This is not the right time to be sleeping, Arnett. I don't know who told you could do that. But we'll come back to them when, you know, we have the pressing need. Right. I also see bugs in the background that we can collect. However, I am trying to get us to, you know, become friends with Glenn before we fully, like, ditch him for bugs, right? And teacher has improved her charisma skill to level 5. So she is doing great in terms of her lifetime wish, which is very impressive. We'll do some more chatting. Gossip about a churchgoer. No. Ask about gender preferences. I'm not sure if I ever, like, saw specifically what he was. He has a green thumb, which is great. Which means we could possibly, like, set him up with Spring Rosario. But we notably do not have the household space. So we'll do that later. Right. And we are officially friends with him. So we'll ask him about his gender preference and then do something like tell us stories. So he's a green thumb. We can talk about our gardening and everything. Get to know him to see if we know a little bit more. And then we are going to say goodbye and talk to these beautiful bugs. And then my thing is, I do see also some collectibles over here that we can grab. They both appear to probably be blue topaz. But, like, that's fine. Glenn is straight. Okay. So we could also consider pairing him with, Spring Rosario. I think that is a good option. And Angelica has finished her painting. So I'm gonna have her come over here and change Arnett's diaper because he should also not be asleep. It is too early. It's only 3. Do not be awake during the night, child. I refuse to allow you to do that. Also, do our babies need social? Our babies do need social. Okay. So we will do some social with our babies then, too. And, you know, keep them awake. How dare they think they can sleep. We can also feed them, it looks like. It looks like that might also be good.
Phoebe Lalu.
And then Barbara, we can also wake up. Be like, no, you sleep at night. What do you mean thinking that you're going to, like, sleep during this? Glenn said he really enjoyed himself. He would hang out again in the future. Mitchell has a perfect fishing skill level 5. And we've caught some pretty cool things. So I'm trying to get our baby stuff dealt with before we go back to Dietrich, but we do appear to need to go back to her right now. We got our 2 blue topazes, and then I remember seeing some bugs over here. Where did the bugs go? Oh, we were able to click on them. We were able to click on one of them. Here they are. They're very covert. It's this little blue thing. We need to catch it. Then is there anything else near these big, beautiful rocks that we should collect? Yes. Okay. There was a spotted beetle. We love that rare find. Anything else that I see? Over here. I always spin in the wrong direction first. You know, it's a classic trait of mine. And then I'm going to say we're going to go fishing again. Because that will also increase our fun some more. I want to try to max out our fun. Nikisha improved her fishing skill to level 5, which is quite incredible. play with and coo at Barbara. And then we need to sell our painting to keep getting our painting skill up.
Zizi. Oh. Abustini.
Right. And with our babes taken care of, I am going to save really quick just so we don't have to like worry about anything, right? Okay. Though we are looking, everyone is looking a little bit hungry now. Specifically Angelica. People's hunger is definitely getting there. So I'm gonna Angelica clean the counter, and then she's going to have some leftovers. Use the toilet, and then she still cannot do a portrait, so do a medium painting. Graciela, I have things that I want her to work on specifically. And with our fisherman, I'm gonna focus on our lot for a quick second, so I don't actually have to decide everything right now. Because our fishermen we can also send home very quickly. Have them do a little romance. That would be good. We want to go on a date with Nikisha. To where, bestie? To where? Right? So I'm thinking we can also go ahead and send them home to get their spaghetti. And work on that. I think that will be helpful. Okay, perfect. I'm just glad like Dietrich is good fishing. We don't have to worry about her. That makes me very happy. And while I'm thinking about it, we have our beautiful harvest right here. I'm trying to look. Is there any reason that we should keep specific plants? Because I am okay keeping plants that we need possibly to like plant more of. So we have that security, but I don't specifically like see any need for that with the plants that Graciela has. Possibly with the plants that Mitchell has. Right. The life fruit. Oh, we are out of life fruit. It looks like. Oh, okay. We'll have to send that to Graciela. We can sell some money bags and also our flame fruit. The onions. I mean, we could definitely plant some, I think. I am not worried about flowers at all. Believe it or not. Onion. Oh wait, sorry. I'm looking at the wrong direction. We could definitely plant some more life plant. It looks like we... What did we get rid of here? I'm blanking on it. You don't matter. I don't care about it. Okay. In between bell pepper. So it's going to be probably an uncommon... Oh, garlic. It's going to be garlic. Okay, that means we definitely... Or... Yeah. It looks to be the garlic that we need to do. The lime, we can also plant more of. The eggplant, I think 3 is good to me. And then onion is what I was figuring out. Onion 2, I think it's fine because it's 2 alive. And then we'll sell the fish he caught. And then have him be romantic with Nikisha. Right? Oh, Graciela, we have planting for her to do. Her favorite thing. I'm gonna plant 5 so we can sell some. Plant probably all of our life fruit. I'm gonna have her plant now. After, oh, she has improved her writing skill level 4, which is incredible. I'll have her plant all that right now. And then she can eat, because I know that she is also hungry before she returns to her writing. Angelica wants to woohoo with Graciela, so we'll definitely save that wish. These 2 are being irresistible to each other. So Mitchell wants to flirt with someone, so we'll make sure to do that. And then they can compliment personality, compliment appearance. We do know all her traits, which is good. That means our compliment personality actually has meaning to it.
Dorply.
Give an amazing massage. Really just get her interested, right? Whisper in ear. And then just straight up, like, try for baby. You know? Just go for it fully. And my happy thing is that Graciela's planting looks to be going well. We aren't having any, like, errors or anything, which is great. So, yeah. Oh, we can sell the extra garlic that we decided to keep. So, yeah. So then the only person's needs then we probably should consider is Miss Dietrich. But I'm going to keep her gardening for, her fishing, sorry, for a little bit. Because I think that is helpful. Nikisha is just vibing. And then remember that she agreed to woohoo with someone. Same girl. She's like, oh, I'm supposed to do that? Okay. And let's listen on these 2. Because technically, Miss Nikisha is ovulating. So ideally, she will get pregnant. Right? Let's listen. Let's listen closely. And we heard the jingle. So let's have him sit. And after having that jingle, let's go ahead and save. That is important. Perfect. And now they still have energy. So I'm gonna have them switch fishing spots, you know? Where was Nikisha's fishing spot? I found it. Perfect. So everyone's doing good. Everyone is taken care of except for Miss Dietrich. Perfect. So I'm thinking she can come home now. I think that will be great. Now we have some lemon seed that we're able to sell still, it looks like. Along with our catches, we have to wait till she gets home now, but it's important to sell. A thing that I have really realized about playing this game specifically is that it's important to do like inventory management, and that's some things you need to stay in inventory, like our guitar and stuff, but other things like don't have to. So that's what so far the Nothing is Free challenge has taught me. So we're getting home. And we are immediately going to get everything cut and stuff. And we'll also sell our catches. Which will be good. Along with our beautiful insects. Right? So I'm thinking my goal when it comes to our money is to get it. Oh, we have a brilliant cut we unlocked. Let me do that. Wait, was that better than the... I honestly was not paying too much attention of if that was better than the crystal ball cut. That is my bad. Let's go ahead. Let's eat the leftovers. And then Miss Dietrich needs to go to bed. She is tired. But our collectibles will come in clutch. We'll get that money tomorrow. And then we'll probably... I want us to be at 30K before we build a house for Graciela and Angelica. Because I think that money will be... Sorry, I'm having a hard time clearing my throat. That money will be super helpful since we'll have some left over. I'm hoping that the goal of their house cost max will probably be like 25K. That's what my goal is. Right? And that means we can move out their babies, and their babies will be randomized, but I'm hoping for the best for them. So everyone's energy is getting a little low. Sorry. But I'm going to keep pushing until they get to like the full tiredness thing. Right. Because with Graciela and Angelica, it would be also helpful to have them woohoo tonight. So I want Graciela to finish her book in that case then. And we could possibly have Mitchell and Nikisha woohoo again. But even if she doesn't like show up as naturally pregnant, even if we heard the jingle, I'm okay with, I have another possibility to like set pregnancy that I want to try. So I'm okay with that, and we can just like look at her cycle and everything. You know? So I'm going to have them get to their full tiredness. There's a baby who's having a hard time and their energy is almost full. Great. I love when that happens. It is Arnett over here. I believe it's his social that he's having a hard time with. So we will do that, along with he can take some food because his hunger. And that means probably Barbara. We can also do that taking care of. Right? Another argument, though, is that we probably shouldn't move Angelica out until she has painted a portrait of Dietrich. that is also a point to have. Okay. Okay. Keisha and Mitchell are going to put themselves to bed. I'm going to save real quick because we're having a little bit of lagginess. And yeah, so we should actually, so even if the money works out, I do want to keep Angelica and Graciela and their babes until they're like fully, until Dietrich has a painting of herself. Because that will be like a cool thing to put in our like legacy home. Because I do eventually want to build like a legacy home, you know? And how close are you to getting done your book? I'm hoping she'll have it done in the 2 hours. I think that's like fully possible. Angelica completed her painting, which is great. She's thinking about, you know, an alien abduction, which isn't great. But hey.
Oh, Stubby.
Rock.
Kibasha Boo-Goo.
Play with.
Shazzy Zipzo. Oh, Vuchi Bala. A Vuchi Bala breaker.
Okay.
Oh.
So these babies will probably still have to get up at night to take care of their like ladder, but I'll be fine. And Graciela, they are so tired. Are they able to continue writing? Possibly. Because again, I do feel like we were so close. Nope, she's going to bed. She's not listening to me. Okay. That's fair too, I guess. Like, you don't have to listen to me. And while it is night, I'm just gonna go through and make sure that we sold, that we've done our like selling and everything. Because we have some more fish catching. And yeah, so inventories are nice and clean. Perfect. Now we just have a nice, peaceful night until the babies start crying because they have a sneaky diaper. As I was aware would happen. Right. So we can go ahead and change dirty diaper, and then we know that Miss Barbara will probably be right behind. Right? It's just fate of the world. Really pop put art. Yeah, she needs to change her dirty diaper. Obviously. It's a standard, but okay. Whatever. They can do weird things for fun. It's their choice. But, yeah. And Miss Dietrich is up early, as always. She actually wants to do some gardening today, which is cool. I'm going to have her take care of her needs. And then we should probably cook again. That will be helpful. Having everything taken care of. We've accomplished some wishes when it comes to plants and stuff. Because remember, this is our garden personally. right? Yeah. And let's go ahead and I'm gonna wait till some other people are up before we save for the day. Today is Arnett's birthday, but we do not have a grocery store. So I assume that we will therefore have to like wait until we will therefore have to wait until we have a grocery store, and we'll just have to wait tonight until the automatic aging happens, you know? We'll also have to have some patience. So we are going to have Dietrich grab a plate. I'm actually gonna throw these in the fridge so we can deal with them later. Right? And since Miss Dietrich wants to garden, she can tend to it. I'll have her start here while we wait for everyone else. There's stink from a plate that someone didn't clean up. I was worried that we had like bad stuff in our fridge. I'm very excited for Arnett's birthday. But yeah. The next people wait will probably be Mitchell and Nikisha. So we'll have them like switch up which one of them does what. So we can have a little standard thing. And then both of them want to learn gardening. So we'll have them both tend to the garden once they are awake, I guess. Right? Because I don't see any weeds, which is good. And we have our male, which is fabulous. Since Dietrich's call was her wish, I'm gonna let the other people take care of the garden, and we're gonna like get the male. And hopefully that will give us a decent amount of money. Right? Yes. Okay. So we have the brilliant cut to sell. We have some ignorance to sell. We have the crystal ball to sell, of course. Such beautiful, beautiful collections. That has almost got us up to the 25 that we want. Let me see if there's any. Oh, we do need Dietrich to tend the garden on this plant in particular because it has weeds. But I think everyone other than that, these two Sims should be able to take care of the garden. Onion, we could like plant one more, I guess. And I would argue we have like 3, I think is a good number for almost everything. So then I think we can just sell the rest of our plants. Right. Perfect. I'm very happy about this. And then we will go ahead and do something to garden. Dietrich took care of what mattered to me, so then we can also take care of these like wilting plants, but I think it'll be fine. Right? It'll be fine enough. Then I see that some babies need care, so we'll have Dietrich actually do that, since she doesn't have anything specifically to worry about this morning.
Nepnar.
Right.
Oh, Rebu Nubu.
So yeah.
Sadaka.
And then Oh, Nikisha doesn't even have tended garden. She just has water. Okay. That's... Oh, we found a tended garden. Okay. We'll have her do that then. Perfect. And then our longest lasting couple here is sleeping in. We could technically awake them. Oh, and they won't have another child. Great. Okay. Well, y'all need to eat. And so... Actually, we have a clogged toilet, so we're gonna switch the order of things. I believe Angelica was our old handyman, so she's gonna unclog the toilet and then use and shower while Graciela eats. And then Angelica can eat, which works for me. Right. Since we have other people taking care of our garden, Graciela can focus on her book. Angelica can go ahead and paint, which will be great. So yeah. Perfect. And Dietrich, again, I'm thinking that she should do harvestables, right? Like, not harvestables, collectibles. I think that will be helpful. And I am actually interested in, we have yet to collect plutonium. We still need to collect the rainbow gem and the pink diamond gem. Fun. We've collected a decent amount of insects. We could get more. So we've been doing pretty good with our collecting, I'd argue. And that is quite impressive. Okay. And we're gonna sell the harvestables that Dietrich did get because we don't really need them. At least currently. And apparently we did fail. Angelica did fail to unclog the toilet. Okay. Well, I need you to come back and do that then. Because I don't really want to spend money when we're trying to, like, save it up so you can, like, move, you know? But whatever. It's fine. Are you going to feed Barbara or not? Are you two not taking care of the garden? Y'all need to water some plants. Have you seen that? They're not great at doing this gardening thing, I guess. You know, and that's okay. They'll improve with time, I guess. Oh, and roses also go in the You want to save them for going ahead and making plants and stuff. Oh, we have life fruit in here, which we don't want. We can sell that. Okay. And Dietrich, I don't want you to mop up this puddle as much as I want you to, like, play guitar, you know? And, like, practice that skill. Because that is, you know, and everything that matters. And Nikisha did get the gardening skill, which is exciting for her. Mitchell also just got it, which is exciting. And he wants to grow bait for fish. We can do that, sure. Both of them want to do that, so we can do that eventually, I'm sure. Also, we need to get Miss Graciela out of bed. She wants to finish her current book, which is a great wish. So we can definitely do that. And we're also going to have you throw away some dead plants. Akisha can read the newspaper for us. And then they're competing right now, so I'm gonna have them stop competing. Just have her focus on the newspaper. And then I am going to send Nikisha to fish. Well, I'm gonna have Michael actually continue working on flower arranging. Because it used to be Graciella's thing. But it seems to me now that since like Graciela is focusing on her writing, that we can have Mitchell kind of like replace for it, right? Also, I don't know why Miss Angelica thought that she should make an inappropriate forum post when she needs to paint. It's whatever though. So, we're gonna have everyone work on skills, which is very exciting. We love working on skills. Right? And we should also clean up any leftovers to throw away. And we're gonna save after all this good work in the morning. Right? So that is good. We will have to work on building. I do want to start with this house. I just need to make sure that we have the money for it. That's like important to me. And we will have to age up our net, which is exciting. He'll be becoming a toddler, and then we'll have to take care of his skills too. So, Graciela finished Casanova. Very exciting. Dietrich improved her guitar skill to level 7. Also exciting. We are gonna sell some money bags. And then Graciela wants to fertilize our plants. So I'm gonna have her start with the, you know, like with the like nice plants we want to be well, and have her fertilize the best fertilizers. You know? And then we need to sell the produce that we don't need. Right. Angela has improved her painting to level 7, so now she can paint portraits. Perfect. So when she's done with this painting, we're gonna have her paint Dietrich. Very exciting. Very exciting. Do I need an onion for any reason? No, we have 3. That's fine. Eggplant, I believe we also are fine with. We don't need lettuce. Well, because I see 3 plants. I see actually 4. Okay. Perfect. And then grapevine is also good. Perfect. Then You're done dabbling? I think you dabble more, sir. Oh, they got seeds because of their lovely getting their gardening skill, but we don't really need said seeds because we have a whole garden, you know, that they're tending to at this point. So we're gonna sell those seeds. Graciela is looking at her children. They could do some social, so we can definitely have them work on that, right? That would be good. Then we could also feed them possibly as an argument, and also wait until they need their diaper changed. I think that makes sense to me. Yeah. That works for me. Barbara also will need social and bladder once she is almost awake. So, yeah. That works. Usually improvement fish to level 6. Michael has picked up the flower arrangement skill. Perfect. Perfect. So now Mr. Mitchell, I'm gonna have you stop dabbling. I'm gonna have you make a flower arrangement. Because your needs are all good. Arnett, I need you to use the restroom. Pretty please. You're so low anyways. Like, it's not gonna hurt you to. I know you can do it. So then we're able to take care of your sister, Barbara. That would be super helpful if you could do that. Oh, did we change his diaper right before he needed it? No, we changed it at the perfect time. Perfect. So that means we can interact with Barbara, who needs her needs taken care of. Right. She will also have to use the restroom in a little bit. And then her diaper has already soiled, so we'll switch that to the front of the line and then like do everything else, you know? And we'll also try to like feed her because I feel like that will be helpful. And then we want to write 5 novels, so we can try to do that. We can get Graciela working on another novel. I think that will be good. Do another drama novel that will also bring in some money, just like the last one did. It did pull a decent number, which I'm very happy about. The 240 for just like the base payment was very, very good. So yeah. But yeah, I'm very happy with the skill building that is going on for everyone. Let's see, Angelica's almost going to be done her painting. So once she's done, I'm gonna have her make all these different beds. Then, because I want Graciela to be out of the room when we go ahead and take Miss Dietrich's portrait. which we just completed our painting. We're gonna sell it later. Dietrich can definitely use the restroom and also mop up this puddle, but the rest of her needs are looking pretty good. So yeah. So this will be, I'm very excited to get this portrait. We need to name a drama book. I'm thinking, I'm gonna say The Money Race, you know? You don't need to snuggle the baby. I'm so sorry, Dietrich. You instead need to be painted a portrait of. Right? It's gonna be super important. So we're gonna pause. Sorry, my bad. Let me fix this. Go ahead, paint portrait of Dietrich. I need to get the walls up, and then it will send me to the right view. Okay, be annoying. Give me a second. I'll figure it out. I don't know why it's just not like deciding to work the way I need it to. Paint portrait of Dietrich, who is right here, who apparently the walls do not want to let me like capture. Okay. That's frustrating. We have the partial wall. Let's see if the partial wall helps us be able to do the actual like portrait thing. Okay, that does seem to fix it. We need to change the size of the portrait to actually like big. I would love to like move a little bit so she's actually like centered. That would be like super cool. But like why would we have it be centered, I guess? You know, that's me not understanding the artistic vision. Oh, this is the annoying thing about the portraits. Let's wait until she's in like a good pose. This works for me. Let's wait until the thought bubble is gone. Let's wait and stop having thought bubbles, girly. Perfect. Okay, this is a closest center we're gonna get in the frame. I'm fine with the door. No, I'm not fine with the door. We're gonna sell the door real quick. So we just have a nice, neat background. Okay. Perfect. Paint portrait up. Get the walls proper. Everything will be fine. Because you see with this, the fountain, actually, we have enough that we could zoom out that I could try to do a like portrait like this. Should we try this kind of portrait? I'm gonna try a medium portrait. The difficulty that I had before with a medium-sized portrait was that like I just couldn't zoom out enough. I seem to be able to do that here. Okay. So now, perfect. We got it exactly how I want. We can now have a door again. Go to live mode. We're gonna save because I'm so happy that we got it working. And then once that portrait is done, we'll be able to put it in our house or possibly like in our crypt. I'm kind of thinking for where we want our like dead Sims and everything to be like honored and everything. So then, Miss Dietrich, I need you to cook a dinner for everyone. I would love a sushi. Looks like Mitchell is done with his flower arrangement, so we can go ahead and sell that. But he can go ahead and work on another one. That would be great. And I do want to keep walls down so we can keep an eye on Nikisha over there. She wants to eat cheese stick, but I don't know if that's like a craving or something else. I'm hoping it's a craving that she is pregnant. But we'll see. We'll see. Right. Okay. Our sushi. I did serve rather than have, right? Because this looks small to me. I don't know. Some sushi would be good tonight, though. I'll be honest. Let's go ahead and put this in the fridge so people can come get it when they need it. And then I'm thinking, since we're here, our hunger's pretty low. Let's go ahead and grab our food ourselves. And no one's needing the bathroom, so we can even practice our speech in there. I think that would be pretty cool. Then everyone else's needs are very good, which is very exciting. So yeah, let's go. And then Arnett will be aging up in just a couple of Sims hours. Which is very thrilling. Makes me so happy. And once Mitchell's done with his flowers, I'm thinking he is going to grab leftovers. And then I'm thinking that he can spend the night fishing. Well, Nikisha is going to come in soon. She's still pretty good, so I'm not worried about anything there. So yeah. Gracielle's getting paid for her book, which is exciting. Okay. Yeah. And I'm going to save really quick because Arnett is about to be aging up into a toddler. Very exciting. Because we will also have to take care of his, well, we're almost at 30K. So it would be a good time to like move him out.
How the hell? Vandiat Bondaglarn. Donga Duzak. Teague. Dinamadu.
Yeah, it's time to age him up. It's so exciting. It's Arnett's birthday. I know. We don't have a grocery store, so I couldn't do much, but I'm happy that we're able to, you know, do at least a little bit. Don't make it an inappropriate forum post. Like, stay with your child.
Gurobo.
Save your child. At least have one person here for your child's birthday.
Spirgle Stambadu.
Isn't that exciting? Woo! Our net is all grown. Let's go ahead and let's snuggle with him, play with him. Let's see what his needs are. He definitely needs social. We can also, I would argue, sit and feed with him. Then he needs fun. Okay. I'm thinking, honestly, that we might just be able to, like, move them out instead of buying, like, toddler play stuff. But we need to finish the portrait, and we don't want to just, like, keep him in the crib during all that time. I feel like that would be unnecessarily cruel. I don't want to be unnecessarily cruel. Ugh. At least he, like, doesn't hate the outdoors. You know? Right? I don't know. Okay. We will have to figure it out. We did get the toddler toilet, which works. We go ahead and, like, potty train our net after, you know, feeding him. And then, oh, we did get the fresh flowers, so we need to make sure that we sell those. And then we weren't able to throw a birthday party for our net, so I forgot to. Because the thing is, if we throw a birthday party, no one will be happy because he doesn't age up. Right? Which is my concern. So then we're going to take care of all his needs, and then we're going to put him in the crib. And then, really, Angelica has her own needs that she needs to take care of. Right? So I'll have her eat. She also needs to use the restroom. And ideally, it would be nice if she could woohoo with, Graciela, you know? So I'm actually going to get Dietrich out of the restroom, have her actually go to sleep. I'm going to have Graciela use the restroom really quick and have her grab the jellyfish. Then Nikisha, we can go ahead and have her eat leftovers. And then she also needs to sleep. Well, Mitchell really needs to use the restroom and then he can sleep, so he needs to wait until after the baby has been potty trained a little bit. Right? So sad for him. But let's go ahead and also make sure that Graciela and Angelica can be a little romantic tonight to be able to just like get to accomplish Angelica's woohoo with Graciela wish. I think that is going to be important, right? Okay. So Angelica has decided not to put the child away. That's fine. Graciela can do it. Graciela, interact with your child. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. You know? Okay. Cool. So that means then once the baby is out of the bathroom, we can go ahead and have Mitchell use the toilet, and then he can also go to bed, which will be perfect. And then flirt. Okay. Then Graciela, I'm just gonna have. Oh. Then Barbara needs to be taken care of some. So we'll go ahead and give her the bottle. And I'm trying not to fill up too much because I want to be able to have these two boohoo, please. I guess we do need to buy a xylophone for our little sim here. And wash our hands. Arnett has like half energy, so he's gonna sleep when he's gonna sleep, I guess. I'll be fine. We can go ahead and... Sorry. We're putting Barbara in crib right now, it looks like. And let's go ahead and have them again flirt and do everything together, right? I think that will be very exciting getting these two to accomplish, you know, the wish together. Just calling it the wish rather than Angelica's wish. She is tired, but it will be okay. Trust me. You do need to... Y'all are gonna go to the kitchen to flirt? Yep, go to the kitchen to flirt. That tracks.
Tag.
And let's wait for her to do her two interactions. Then we can do like a massage. We can do like a stroke cheek. And then, you know, just to make sure they move in the right place, we'll have them try for a baby together, even though it will not work. As we learned. But that will be fine. Having them be romantic with each other is a great thing anyways. Right? Okay. Perfect. I'm very excited, happy. And we're gonna hear the jingle and no one's gonna get pregnant. Because I need to set up like NRAS same-sex pregnancy. I'm interested to see if like the pregnancy works for like Nikisha over here. Oh, these two have learned Kama Sutra or Kama Simtra. Very exciting for them. Now we have a stinky diaper. We need someone to take care of it. We don't need you to take care of it. She's family oriented and likes kids. She can do that. So we will change Barbara's stinky diaper. She also needs socialization. So we will have Dietrich work on that. Perfect. And then hopefully she will sleep. Arnett is fine. He's going to tire himself out eventually. So I'm not too worried about that. So we'll send Dietrich to sleep again. And once the needs are taken care of, I am going to save just for safety reasons and everything. I'm very happy that Arnett aged up. And hope... Actually, this would be a good time to go through inventories and sell the things that we caught today. That is important because that will help us get money. Perfect. Now we are at 828k. Awesome. We will take it. So that means I'm going to save. And I would argue then that this is possibly a good place to build a home for Angelica and Graciela, right? So I pulled up floor plans, but I realized something in my, I'm going to save again, in my floor plan haste, is that I was mainly pulling up one level floor plans, but I'm thinking like a 3-bedroom with like 3 baths, that's like 2 floors and 0 garages, I think would also be fine. I'm trying to think, where do I want them to be? Because it's only going to be a house that's only like 25k, so it is going to be relatively small, right? I'm trying to think about where I want that kind of like distribution of wealth in our neighborhoods, right? And I think that like the starter homes being in this kind of area makes sense to me, at the very least, because like over here I feel like it could be middle class. It has like the richness of this, but you can also say that this should be middle class because we have like some bigger lots this a ways, right? Okay. Actually, because of the distribution of bigger lots, I'm thinking middle class is going to be this area. Meanwhile, like the there's gonna be lower class and middle class this ways. That's what I'm thinking. So, because of that, okay. Because of that, I'm going to put them in. Maybe this is where I want main town to be. This is where like housing will be. I'm thinking that. I'm trying to think. This is why I think too much. You put some cool outs around here, and then it should be relatively middle class, and then I would say lower class on the edges out here. So I'm thinking that we're going to build their house in this McElder's way. So I'm gonna make sure it's a residential. It's gonna be a regular lot, and let's go build on it. So this is also a great point of we get to decide what kind of like style houses we want. First, I'm gonna turn it to day so I can like see things. And put our trash cans to the side. Perfect. This is a beautiful lot. It's gonna be a great place to raise kids. So the thing that I've learned from, you know, watching like building tours is that it's very helpful to go ahead and basically use floorplans.com to choose like floor plans and be able to get the kind of like lots that you want. So I'm thinking that we can go for a craftsman is like a classic way that I do like building. So let's go for some craftsman homes. And I want to, and I found a floor plan that I like. So now let's go ahead and, I don't know. I'm trying to think. Because I do have some ideas for how I want it to work. First, I know that we're not doing foundation because we don't have the space for it, quite frankly. Right? So my idea is that we have basically this amount of space to work in for a home, right? So this house that I have pulled up here, it has, I'm gonna do some adjustments to it because it has the master on the bottom floor, and I just don't, that like expands the length of it, which doesn't work for me. So I do like this. I can't show it to you because the phone screen is not going to work properly, but this is kind of the floor plan that I have pulled up right now. So, and it is pretty flat, unfortunately, but that is okay because I can make the colors and stuff interesting, I think. But I'm thinking we go for 2 away from the edge. is where I want the lines to be. This house is gonna have 1, and then it's gonna have the 2 for the door. And then I want it to be like even like this, right? Actually, there is this train that I've been admiring recently, like houses I've been admiring recently, but I don't think that we can like do that here. I'm gonna try to, I think. So do something like this, where the door is a little bit like recessed, and then we pull out, right? And our pull out is then going to be, I'm gonna switch this and have it be probably the kitchen and then dining, right? Or we actually have the living room over here. So we can do like a 6x, right? And then that is how big I want our lot to be, basically. It's gonna be, okay, it's going to be like by 10. So that means we can center it in the middle by going 5 on each side. So 4, pull to that. That is still not center. Is this center? Yes, it is. Okay, our lot is now centered. Perfect. Love that for us. So then, when it comes in terms to like rooms and stuff, I'm thinking we have the foyer here. We have like the kitchen in this area. Then we like split it into this, basically like a dining here. And then I'm thinking we do like a little movement out here and get a I have words. Go ahead and have a like living room. Because another thing that we do need to consider is where do we want the stairs? Because I'm thinking with our kitchen, we can have like a 2-way archway like this. We do need to figure out where to put stairs. Right? I don't necessarily... Right. Because we can't put against any walls or at the back of the house or anything, so we do need room for stairs. And I was thinking in the foyer, right, of I would like in the foyer to basically be able to have like a staircase, like a straight staircase to like go up. I'm gonna choose the cheapest stairs and turn auto rail off. It needs to be a room to properly do stairs. My bad. Right? I'd want stairs like this. 2 is a little bit too much. So let's do the 1. Right? That's how I would want the stairs to be, like, ideally. Right? So then... I'm trying to think how I want this to look. Okay. Let's get rid of that there. So... then... we need to, figure out how... So another argument there is that we could then have like the crutches, the arch one in here. And then I would like to expand this that way. Right? And then in my brain, I would then do like another room by pulling this out by 2 and having that kind of be like the like living room, right? But then actually that kind of causes unnecessary space in here because I'd actually argue that we'd have that to have like a little clutch, which would be cute. I'd argue we can have it kind of like this, because we could put like a couch along here. I think it does need to be a little bit bigger though. I'm thinking we go by like 4 and then do a little bit of an out like that. I think that will be our house, right? So we're gonna turn off auto roof, of course, and get rid of our current roof because we don't actually need that. And I like to go with the cheapest flooring so I can just cover up the bottom of the floor plan so that we have a blank space to play with. I am happy with this. I think this is cute. Perfect. So we're gonna go up. We don't have a bathroom down here. Okay. Well, we just go ahead and put the bathroom like right here. And that's a bathroom. And it's perfect. And then at that point, I think that we should maybe expand that then. Right? How is the table gonna fit? That's my question. How's the table gonna fit? Because at that point, then I feel like we should do it like that. So we're gonna have like a clear vision of the table fitting, but I want some kind of like interest on this side, ideally. Right? So maybe... Okay. So actually, what if we take away access from like the dining room here? Go ahead and like basically make this the bathroom right there. Give it more space like that so we can have space there. And then we can I'm trying to think. Because then I'm thinking we want the table to be like, it's gonna be like 2 by like here. That's the table, right? So then my thing is I would like to have a like little area like that, like a hutch, and we can just center this a little bit differently. I am okay with that. So now we just gotta get these walls, this floor to line up properly. Why is the eyedropper tool not eye, like in Photoshop? I don't know. So this is our house. This is our floor plan. It's beautiful and it's perfect. Now we gotta fit in bedrooms. Excuse me. Excuse me. So The first thing I see is that we can fit like a bathroom in there. Right. But maybe I'm thinking we can have a bathroom, possibly a 4x2. Because this like a 3 doesn't really fit for a bedroom. Right? It doesn't give like the space that you need. That's my fear. Right? Because trying to like maximize our space is difficult. Because I can see like 2 bedrooms there. And then I like to do, when you don't know about space, you can split like this. And boom. They have like a built-in dresser space. This is like a good walkway area. So what if we do like an interesting shaped bathroom like here, you know? We do that, and then we build another bathroom here. 2 bathrooms next to each other isn't always the best though. So let's actually make this a room, I think. Like this, possibly. Actually, I'm gonna do a little bit more. That's a little too weird shaped. We're gonna do it like this, I think. And then at that point, we can put another restroom like this there. And then have our walls be here to like close it in. Is what I'm thinking. So we could do like a master bath here, like a baby's bedroom, like a kid's bedroom, or like a teenage bedroom, and kind of like more like babies in here, I'm thinking. We're gonna have like a crib in this area, and then a bunk bed in this area, and then have a bathroom here. I think that works for me. So then roofing, we'll do different colors so we can see clearly. Roofing, now we gotta figure out. So the thing that I think about with roofing, I'm actually gonna do hipped to do like a little interest, is this is like the common area of like where everything is shared. And you can switch up the common area because you'd be like, oh, this is the common area. And then this kind of looks weird to me. So I prefer to do it like this. Right? So then I would say this is not even here, right? Because one idea is if it's even, is you could do like this. Right? And carry like that to the front. But since it's not even, it is going to look a little strange in this front area here. So we could pull like this back. It could be cool. I kind of like that. And then we just go ahead and put like a area here. I'm gonna pull to like 3 and just like reduce that to there. That doesn't work though because it sticks out. Sometimes you could do let's try a half tipped. Because a half tip will then blend in, which then makes me think that we should make it this way for here. And then we can just carry the half hip to like here to have it all the way across and then just like drag it down. And that works, you know? I don't mind so much that the angles are a little bit different and stuff. That's like fine to me right there. So that means then we just have this portion of our house that like sticks out. And I'm trying to think about how I see it like roofed when I see the houses that I'm expiring from here. Because my immediate idea is that we could go for the haft thing here and pull like that and drag down. I click the wrong thing to drag down, right? I'm okay with that. Then we just need to reduce the amount that we have like pulled out there. So it's 6, and I'm thinking we can maybe do 4 and get it to touch. Let me zoom and see. It's not touching, so let's do 5 then. And then that will get it to like touch, and that'll work. Right? Like right, I like to have it angled like that. And then we could technically like increase the rest of the pitch of our roof. Like I want to pitch it a little bit, pitch it like that. I like having our base roof basically be a full entire wall level, because that means you can have other things to like play with be easier. So immediately make that as flat as possible. And then this creates a question, do we want this also to be as high as possible? So I think that kind of does look a little bit strange. So I think like lowering it is fine to me. Right? And then this is kind of like a weird situation there. I don't like that. What if I try the main roof to be like this way? Like you have this, and then you have still this, and then we can have like another hipped roof that's this. Well then, you still need like a main connector. You have it like this. And I'm okay, I'm okay with that. So have it like amped to here. I'm happy with like this being at the height it was. I think that creates a nice difference. And then we actually do the half gable here and have it be like a 3. That's the the thing is that we really can't have a half gable here because we'll have this like stick out, right? That like we have to do that to hide. That's the problem with it. So I want to be able to make an argument. Couldn't we do it like this? Have that be that way, and then do the half gable here, right? And then we just like pull it all. This should be there. Yeah, pull it like that. Take this down, which actually, because we're pulling it all the way across, it should probably be a full gable like this, and just point it down. And this is glitching because it's the same height, so I just make one of them a little bit lower, and that works, right? I don't necessarily like love this kind of area here though, because then it creates a little bit of like almost in conflicting interest. So I'm trying to think how I would want that to be, right? Because actually an idea would to change how our house is constructed As much as I admire the foyer being set in and this being pumped out, I don't think I can roof it right now because I don't know how to do it properly. So instead, I'm thinking we switch this. So this is out. Meanwhile, this is in. Right? But how does that change our floor plans is also an interesting question. Right? Control Z exist, I hope. Hi. Am I not hitting the control key is a great question. So we can just do it like that. And then also just have this split down be even. And then this is a very weird room shape. So my instinct is to go like this. Right? And hold. Okay, let me think. Because I can do that and hold like this. And I'm okay with that kind of room shape. But then this gets weird. So I'm thinking maybe we make this like a walk-in closet or something. Right? I'm thinking that that works for me. So that means then we get up to roofing here. Able to delete this. I don't like, no. I like the way we originally had it. I'm just gonna have to struggle with the roofing. Because I think that this looks so much more dynamic. So I'm gonna go to edit town and save actually. And I'm going to, actually I think I know how they regularly roof it. They don't, it's a flat roof. Okay. So, or they only roof like certain areas. Okay. Okay. So, already this house has used a decent bit of our budget. Okay. But I do have to get rid of some walls, which will hopefully help with the price, because we're already at halfway through our budget. I'm thinking the solution is just to do a half gable here. And let's raise this up to like fully one wall. Lower this to here. And that works for me. Then we can, that's too high pitch. So I want to say this pitch can be like here-ish. And have that be as low as possible. Actually, this should be a little bit higher. Like, I'm thinking like right below one wall height. And I am okay with that look for our house. So now, we delete all this unnecessary walling that helped me like just box in our dimensions. And that does help lower our price a lot, which is good. Right? I'm thinking we're probably going to put debug plants, because that is a way that our budget will fit. So I'm gonna actually do wallpaper, and one of the major building hacks for, actually I do just want to see where our separation areas are before I decide to do, before I figure out the wallpaper, right? Because figuring out where things end visually will be very helpful. And figuring out that, like, this needs to... We shouldn't do roofs, actually. Let's just not do roofs. Problem solved. Because roofs are harder to paint, and I don't feel like dealing with. Okay. So that's one area there. And then the next area, I'll replace this with a different color, don't worry. Because we want to use this $4 wallpaper rather than this $5 one. Because the $4 do come in clutch when it's like all spread out like this. Okay, beautiful. Our house has 3 separate sections, so I'm thinking we're gonna do 3 different wallpapers, right? So the first one that I know that I want is brick. So our cheapest brick is this $5 brick, but I want to see what our options are if we basically do a little cheat here and go to masonry, right? And I'm pretty sure we can make it almost the same as this, and actually a little bit cheaper. So I'm going to actually want to go to the whole thing and like darken the brick a little bit, and then just like carry it there. Or I guess we could. I like this. I like this for our brick. It looks like more crisp than this, and I kind of like that. I am also kind of interested in this brick, because it does look like pretty uniform. It kind of reminds me more of like Baltimore's bricks, and I'm very much inspired by like Baltimore houses with this. And go ahead and like make this like a nice shade of white. I like this more, but I don't vibe with the color just yet. Actually, like, take one of these colors and play with it is a great idea. Because that gives, like, kind of the redness that I want. And then we drag up like that. Okay, I am very happy with that look. Right? We do like that. I'm actually thinking all of our roofs will be brick up here just to carry the brick throughout, you know? I always think that that is like a cute look. So then comes to a question of what do I want this front to be and what do I want this side to be? Okay. And we're just gonna quickly that there, so it's all the cheapest. So I'm trying to think of like housing materials. So I don't necessarily want to use like stucco. I'm happy with like the just brick. But then it comes to like siding and stuff. Like what's the difference in between paneling and like siding? It looks like paneling, okay. Let's look at our options here. Because I'm thinking we could totally like go. I'm actually thinking I want this to be siding. So I'm gonna go to woods. And we don't want up and down siding. We want the siding to be like horizontal. Like this. Right? That's how siding is supposed to look. But I do kind of vibe with the horizontal. Right? So I'm happy with that kind of dimension there. And we just make it all the same color. So I mean, what color do we want the siding to be then is the next question. Because like, we could technically do the same color as the brick, or like the close to it, but it's not gonna look the same because we have these like white patches, you know? I know how we're gonna do it actually. Okay. So we're gonna take this and drag over here. And we're gonna make it half brick on the bottom, right? And actually, I think I have an... Okay. So I have two ideas here, right? So if we go half brick on the bottom, and then I'm thinking like... I'm honestly thinking of like a neutral, like white siding. Kind of tinted. More like yellow. And stuff. Like, I want the siding then to like be skinnier. Right? Here we go. But I do kind of like that. I like that for the texture, like the difference there. I think the solution is just not to make it like too yellow. Like, I think that's too yellow. So we go here, and I think it's fine. Because my first idea is we do that kind of look, carry it throughout, and then we take this and we drag to be there, right? And once it hits and works, we go to here and we carry it down, right? So we can have like this kind of look, right? And then we take this here. But then the problem is that this doesn't really get any difference. And just looks like straight through. So I'm actually thinking we do this here. And we do this at the bottom here. Right? Let's just see how this like looks. Because like brick next to brick always looks good to me. I'm quite happy with that. I think that looks good, and I think that it creates like a visual interest there. And then I would actually... Should we have all this be... Do I like brick roof? I want this all to be one color to create more interest. But I'm happy with everything else being a brick roof. I think that is very good. That is our roofing situation there. Okay. I'm gonna go back to town because we got the colors, and I am going to save real quick because that is always helpful to me. And I'm also going to get rid of the floor plan that I have on my phone. Sorry, one of my friends needs encouragement right now, and I need to take care of them, right? Okay, so now we need to change the roof color. Right? Would you like, I don't like this blackened roof too much. I do kind of like the gray scallop, but we could also do with the gray slated. I think I want to go for the gray scalloped roof because that is like more interesting to me, and I do like that kind of light colors together. Right? So now it is time to do windows and doors. Very exciting. So we have a two-way door here that's gonna fit. And so that's very nice to consider. Right? So, okay. We are at 11K right now. I'm trying to think how... So we can do the lucky door like that. And that would be relatively cheap, but I do think that we need like a glass thing there. This is the only door. So I'd be okay with like this. Because it has glass at the top that we can fix up, but never. I do kind of want like a smaller amount of glass. This is too big. This doesn't have any glass. This is too much glass. This is like the other door that I kind of like. This could also be a vibe. That one's too big. This is a little bit too themed for this house. Because I think these are our 3 door options. And if we do that one there, then I think that we do need to have like windows next to it. And that's going to be hard with this kind of like right touching the wall thing. So I don't think this is the winner for this situation. I think if we do that, then that creates some cool window opportunities for the rest of the house. Of arguing to like possibly put in more diagonal optioned windows. Right, which the only one I seem to have is this chantless. So I'm trying to think. Let me see what like colors we can do to make it look. Okay. Oh, that's not actually an X. That's a whole pattern. Okay. My bad. Didn't realize that. I don't have a window to like go match with that then. Right? Because like I'd argue that that would be necessary. Interesting. Because then I kind of would vibe with like these stray windows. With that. Like not like contrast that, but I do. Oh, it has details on it. Okay. I just want to see how this looks like light color. Yeah, the detailing. Well, then that's an argument that could be made, I think. Of then, oh, we just like keep this a dark color. Right? So that means you're not able to see the detail. But the thing is that you can't change the window colors, and I feel like I mean, the window kind of looks fine. Okay. I'm gonna this color, because this is, I think, going to be our white for this build. Right? Just to keep everything, like, looking seamless, I think is important. And then I have to choose what door color we want. And also, we should technically decide what kind of wood we want in this house. That is a good question. I do like possibly going towards the bottom. Doing like this. That's the wrong direction though. Where's... Okay, so we're choosing this one. So then it would be that one. With this color, with this direction. Okay. We're choosing... Gotcha. These two at the bottom here are our two options. These darker ones. Though we could also, I think, do like this. For the two-tonedness. And that would be easy to also remember. I'm okay with that. We do need to switch the colors real quick. Sorry. Let's get back to this. Because we need to drag like one color in. So there is still like a maximum difference. Well then how... Ooh, I kind of do like that yellowed wood look. I think we could make it like a little bit more... Like maybe drag like this and make it... So it's not too contrasty. Just like a little bit out. Okay. I'm working on it. Oh, I'm on the wrong one. That's my bad. Okay. That explains why nothing was changing. Hello, creative style, please cooperate with me. Because I feel like if we're able to darken like a little bit, that'd be quite interesting. But I could also see keeping the yellow and just like toning it down a little bit. I'm on the wrong one. Right? To keep that like kind of yellow hint. I would be happy with that for like our wood and stuff. I think that's cool. So it's the door. Be this one, and then we have to choose what color we want it to be. And we know that it needs to be a dark color from the start. And I'm trying to design these houses like neutrally, so that means when they get sold and everything, like through the generations, it works. Actually, that's... If we... I think it does... I want it to be like a solid color. I think that is going to like look best if it's a solid color. So how... Need to be like yay dark. Possibly even darker. I'd be okay with just like a straight up like black door. I'd be like fine with that. I don't think like pure black, but like lightening it enough so you can't see the details like that works for me. And then we mostly take that here, and like I'm happy with that. I think we could try to like match the roof a little bit better by lightening just a little bit. I think that kind of like matches the dark areas of the roof. So technically like lighter, it's just a little bit off of this blueness. It needs to go more neutral blue. like not true neutral, but more like this. And that would match the roof if we did it like that. But let's like match the dark areas of the roof instead. Because I can mostly not see it once we hit this color. I think that kind of matches there, so I'm happy with that. Okay. Perfect. So then we're going to sell there. And then I want to place, I like this kind of like stray window, to be honest. Right? Having like not really many windows, I think also kind of gives the vibe I'm looking for, and it also keeps money down, you know? Right? So I am like quite happy with that. Here I'm gonna argue for a 2-1 window. Oh, I put it in the wrong spot. I'm so sorry. I heard it click onto an inside wall. We do not want it on an inside wall. So we can then put like that. Again, I'm okay with. And not just not having too many windows. They are a certain cost. And then this will be good because we can have the TV in between those two windows. So now we do have to find what we want for our double window, right? Because this doesn't really fit with the vibe that we have. This also doesn't really work for me. We could kind of do like this specialized window because it's only in really special places. Like above the door and things. Right? So I want to see specifically how that looks here, because we're only using it 2 places, and how it looks in the back will be like fine. How it looks in the front is a greater question to me. Though we could just like straight up change how this looks, I guess. I don't really want to change everything. I want to figure out a window instead. Because like I'm fine with this floor plan and stuff. So we just need to find a window that I like here. Because this, to me, I'd also be just like, I wouldn't be fine with no window because I feel like we need something else there. And I don't know what that would be, right? We can put something that like sticks out. Oh, it's by 3, so that doesn't work. My bad, my confusion. This one's by 2 though. That doesn't work for me, personally. I don't like that either, because I don't want to do like full ways. I do kind of vibe with that. Like, expensive as it is. I think that is kind of like a cool vibe to have over our house. But I see this window. This is a 1x1. That doesn't work. Okay. Because the thing with shutters then is that it feels weird that the rest of our like the rest of our windows don't have shutters. You know? We could do the tri-plane window, but I feel like that's... It's a window. But I'm not sure, like... Could I just like put 2 next to each other? Oh, putting 2 next to each other looks fine to me. I'm gonna do that instead. I like that more. And then here, we can also just put 2 next to each other. Oh, and that's, okay. I noticed something wrong because I thought that the edge was varied based off of something else. But the edge is the same inside and outside. Okay. So I want to make sure that all these windows are the same way then. Yeah, these ones aren't. So we're gonna have the arrow facing outwards. So yeah, perfect. Oh, we have to put windows up here, obviously. Apparently, I just didn't catch that. And also, I didn't catch it here. Apparently, I am not the most observant. Interesting to note. Okay, awesome. And then let's just make sure the windows in the front are the way that we want them to be. Those are, and those are too. Okay, so those are the windows. That is the outside of our house, nice and complete. I'm gonna go to town just to save. I once built an entire house for like my Legacy family, and once I had finished, it immediately crashed. I had like nothing saved. So that's why I'm very cautious about it now. You know, I want to make sure everything actually works. All right. So on just build, we have spent about half of our budget. It looks like. And that's without like flooring in here. So that's a whole thing. And I have this wrong. Okay. Oh, this was... Okay, this was the one that was right. So we keep it like that. Perfect. Awesome. But you can see the details no matter like what side of the door you are on. I think that I know from taking architecture classes is that the door has to come in. So if there's a fire, people can like hook it in even if it's locked. It's really people being firefighters. Okay, so now it's time for doors. Because we really haven't finished all of buy mode, have we? Okay. That's fine. That is fine. So with our arch, I'm gonna go and make it look like this when it comes to our matching the woods. And then I want to figure out how we want the arch in here to sit. Because we can have it like be in the middle. I think the middle, excuse me, I think the middle looks best. And then we can just have like maybe even nothing there. Probably a plant. A plant works. Right? And now, actually, we figure out doors while we're here. Well, we're still on the lower level if turning cooperates with me. So with doors, we can go with the cheapest door. Or we can go with the Insta door, which is $100 and just like a little bit more. And I think that works better for our house. So I'm gonna go with the Insta door, even though that does increase the price quite a bit. And I'm just gonna make everything match. Perfect. Okay. Another question for our house construction is, do we want the bathroom to be accessible from both dining, and I think I just want accessible from the living. Because, like, it's not that much movement. Okay. So now we get our copied door, and it's time to figure out where doors go here. First, we know there's one there. And there's one there. Right? And then I want the doors to be a little bit farther away like that. And then we can put a door right? So we can have like, I'm thinking like maybe seating or like a library or something there for like Graciela's books and stuff. And I'm happy with that. Then we do need like a rail situation here. Or even a half wall. Well, actually, we need railing along this stair. So I'm just gonna go to stairs and put on auto railings on. Oh, I think, can I choose it now? I think I'm gonna choose it later actually. I'm gonna go with the cheapest stairs because we can customize it to look like however enough. Oh, I can't just replace. I have to decide how I want. I have to decide the railing ahead of time. Okay. Oh, now I can place in retrospect. So, and can we place on only one side? Yes, we can. Okay, so doing the railing after is actually like a builder's note. I don't like that because I don't like the like stringing, the straight stringing. We could do like a classic like that. This is straight up that's for a ship. This no. This is like too fancy. This is also not it. I think my brain goes to this railing. And then we just gotta like color correct. Right? As we also are going to like fix up the stairs. Can I just drag this to the stairs? Have the stairs be this kind of like whiteness. I also would vibe with like possibly doing something like this with the stairs. You know? Oh, it's one or the other. Okay, I thought there was two because there's like a lip. We could also try to like do brick on the stairs. But it, like the brick points in the wrong direction, which annoys me and I don't necessarily like. So I think we're just gonna go with like the wood in this situation. It is oriented correctly, so that works. So we go up here, and we have to choose our rails, which the one that matches is this gentle fence here, that we can go like that too. Oh, but then this kind of clips in. I thought I had solved the problem. It's fine. Okay. It happens. So we can just do the gentle fence, and that will work for me. Control Miss Ma'am. We gotta control this and go like that. Right? Actually, I'm okay with that because it creates like the V that we kind of wanted. So yeah. Perfect. That is our nice and beautiful stairs. And everything is working out, which is important. We're already at 15. Okay, we still need floors. We still need walls. We still have a lot. Okay. I am going to get that done, and I think we're going to take a break and furnish next episode. Just for like my sanity. I'm gonna go in with this slightly more expensive on the 5 because I like having that wood separator. And again, let me check. I think the wood will be going in the wrong direction. Yeah. I'm gonna choose the right color and everything. I'm gonna just switch to this and make it the right direction. And fix up the color. Now the top one, it is kind of nice to create like a little bit of texture and stuff. Like we can go to like the fabrics and do something. We could also go with like the paint. If I can read where paint is and not click the wrong button. And do something. You know, but we could also, like, I don't think they just have like a straight up roller texture of like, oh, this is eventually how walls looked after being like the rolling. So I'm thinking we just go for like the mix. And because like that, honestly, I know you can see pixels, but like maybe you can with my wall too, you know? But then what do we want this inside to look like? It's a great question. What color do we want the inside to be? I'm kind of like interested in like maybe like a light red. You know? I think that would be like kind of fun. I'm always into like more colors and stuff. So like maybe like, I know that like actual normally houses are kind of like this like beige, but also at least like in the past I think that we are going more towards like a like neutral gray as a color too. So I'm not sure what color I want to do here. I'm thinking with that yellow, the contrasting color is like, I'm thinking maybe we go like purplish blue. Like that to contrast the yellow in our walls and our like wood a little bit. I think that would be like interesting, possibly. Let me see what this color looks like outside. I like that color actually. So like that in here would be fine for this whole like foyer. And then also, how much? Because it's already $5. How much is the bathroom? If we do a full like tiled wall, that's only $4. I'm kind of okay with that because that matches like the outside and everything. And then what? There should be a matching. These tile floors are not like too much. I like going in with this, and then we're going to match it to the color here. Right? I think that will look good. And yeah. Housing for me takes a while. I'm not sure about other people. I'm gonna keep that same tile throughout in the kitchen and in the other bathrooms. I think it'll be good. And I also realized I missed a door here to get into this bathroom. So we're gonna have to fix that. Perfect. And then for the house, I'm honestly thinking of doing just like the cheapest wood that there is. Like there's this wood that I feel like we could put throughout and it would work pretty well. My only thing is I would want to actually an argument then is that we could do like this kind of thing, so it matches the rest of our wood. And I just want to drag and see the color. Okay, so I'm gonna do some color adjustments on that. For the rest of this, I'm gonna also take, I'm not gonna change up our brick color. The brick, technically we can change up the grout, and that would like make me happy and stuff, but I don't think we need to do that necessarily. So I'm thinking like the kind of like a lighter floor. I'm thinking kind of more neutral like that. And maybe a little bit more contrast in like there. Maybe take that to like be more of a color, and then have this lighten it up, you know? That's too light. Like, I'm happy with that. I think that works well with our brick. Yeah, I think that also looks really pretty with the wall. So I'm gonna do that throughout. Except in the bedrooms where I like doing one of the cheap carpets. Because there's all, I like a specific one. Which one is a great question. Because technically you can like customize the colors more. I like this one, I believe. And then you just go ahead and make it like whatever specific color you want. So I'm going to drag this nice white onto it. And that just like brightens it up a decent amount. And I like that. Though I do... I swear there's a different carpet that I like. One that kind of has like a waffle pattern to it. I don't see any waffle pattern in here right now. Like, you know? That's why I'm confused. Maybe I just saw this wrong and accepted it as waffle. Who knows? So I'm going to carpet our bedrooms. And that will be that. And then I'm gonna put the same color in our dining room here. We could technically do a little bit like, should I go a little bit fancier? Let's see what the cheapest paneling is for our dining room. The cheapest panel is $5. I'm okay with that, like, expense. Right? And then we just take here and do some adjustments. This we have to do the up way. Actually, I have the wrong thing. We should keep this here, but just change the colors a little bit so it works better for us. Actually, should we do the outside? That's actually a great question, because we have that kind of same thing, just the different direction on the outside. So we could do the outside color in the inside of our house and see how that looks, how that contrasts with our like official. I think that looks really good. So I'm gonna go with that because I think that expense is worth it. I think that is very cute, right? For the kitchen, I'm thinking we could also just do like the whole tile again. But I feel like that, I don't really like that too much. So I'm thinking maybe we just go with this same color here. I think that works for me. So I do kind of like having separate colors. But we do have walls to separate the space. Because in the kitchen, I also feel like it might be interesting. With the kitchen, I'm actually gonna try a yellow. I think, does that blend a little bit too much? Or is that like a little too much? So I feel like we could do like a light yellow like that. And I feel like that would be very cute. Right? Or it's, yellow's contrasting color. It's purple, so you can also go, blue. This is kind of more blue. Or, is it red? We could also do like a red. I'd be like okay with that. I do kind of like that. So then upstairs, I'm gonna continue with this like light color because I think that's always helpful. For the bathrooms, I'm just gonna keep the same colors just for easy like consistency and stuff. I think that helps me. And then with these bedrooms, we can figure out different colors for, right? So this is the master. Okay. Do you want to do any like? I don't think we want to do any like specific wallpapers because I'm going to take way too long to choose those specifically. But I'm trying to think. I kind of want to take like this color and see how I can like play with it in here and just like lighten it all the way. I kind of like that as a color. Right? And then I feel like for this master, I'd be like okay with like, I also want to do green because that's D-tree. I feel like we could do like a more intense blue. Right? Excuse me. Because that is our like common color. Right? And at that more intense blue, I'm actually gonna take this blue, or technically it's gray, and just go like straight down and lighten. I'm gonna cancel because I'm on the wrong one. We're accidentally on the tile and I don't want that. But I'm thinking we go like down here. And maybe like that for our master. Though I could, what if we take, I want to take this color and change this color specifically because the hue is a little bit different. I do notice that. Because I think like this, I kind of vibe with that. I like that for our like master, right? And then in here we can keep like the light that's the same as our kitchen. Right? Like the baby's bedroom. I like that. I think that's cool. So that should, in theory, that is the base of our build mode done. We still can do, like, definitely we need to do some terrain painting. Like a path to the door. You know? Which should the mailbox be on is another question. We'd have the mailbox like tucked in there. We can also have it on like this side. I do sometimes vibe with like mailboxes being like along the path, like that I always like. And then the trash can, we have a built-in area at the back for that. Of we can just like put it like here, you know? Or like we can my favorite thing is to try to like turn it, because then you can like try to get it more into the corner. There's still like a decent amount of space in between it, but you know, it's fine. I don't know why the trash can necessarily has to be like 2 spaces, but it does, and that's fine. We respect that. I guess from like front and back you can just pause at things. But we can get some, let's actually, I do kind of want to see the tree painting options that we have. I think we go for this this flagstone here, because I think that will kind of like match the brick and stuff. We could also try to go for like the terracotta. I'm actually gonna go for the terracotta, I think. This Monte Vista stone, I mean. And it's $0. Very important to us. Because that matches like the X we have already forming in our beautiful house. That also works for me too there. And the colors work nicely with the stone or the brick. Now let's just be a little bit bigger. Yeah. I want to be a little bit more, instead of just like right at the door, a little bit wider, because I think that is helpful. I also kind of a vibe with having the mailbox on like an angle, but I'm also happy like having it straight, or also like this. I feel like could also be cool. I'm happy with like that for our mailbox. Right, how does that look overall with the entire house? I think that looks fine with the entire it should, I'm looking what side it should be on based off of the rest of the house. I feel like it should be on this side to put more details on this side. Okay, so like this, or like this. I think our 2 options are diagonal or fully like straight on. I kind of like the diagonal for more interest. So I'm going to go like that, and I'm going to center it in this little cross here. Right? Perfect. I think that's so cute. And then, oh, we can also customize our mailbox to like make it match more with the door. Make it match more with the door. Like that, I think is cute. I like that so much. Okay. Perfect. So that means by mode, we'll have to do plants. We have to do debug plants, which I do already have test and cheats enabled. So by debug, does that unlock free plants? It's not up here too. Because I believe the by debug, oh, the waterstone is, oh, that's a mod I have. So we're gonna do plants with the by mode. So I think, therefore, that is where I'm going to leave it. I'm going to quickly save and go back to our regular household and everything. But that is all for today's episode of Nothing is Free. Thank you so much for watching. A like, a subscribe, or a follow, comment, and chat does mean so much. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye! Hope you have a good one. Bye! Did I not click end stream? I did. Okay.